is Elowen, and I am the senior clerk of the Enchanters Guild. Though senior only means I have learned how to keep my voice steady and my shelves organized. I am glad you found your way here today, because the guild halls can be confusing if you follow the wrong staircase or listen to the wrong whisper. Please take a breath and settle in, because nothing here needs to be hurried. The enchantments resting behind these walls prefer patience, and so do I. You are safe here, and everything you need can be handled quietly. The Enchanters Guild is not a place of flashing spells or dramatic gestures, at least not in the front offices. It is a place of records, agreements, permissions, and gentle accountability. I help keep track of what magic has been approved, what is still under review, and what must remain sealed for a little longer. My role is to make sure that enchantments do not wander into the world before they are ready. I also make sure that enchanters themselves remember to rest and drink water, which they often forget. If you are visiting today, you may be here to submit a request, renew a license, or simply observe. All of those are welcome reasons. The Guild believes that understanding magic begins with listening, not casting. That is why this desk is placed near the entrance, where the energy is calm and grounded. The deeper halls hold stronger currents, but we do not need those right now. Here, we focus on clarity and ease. Many people expect a clerk to be stern or distant, but I find that calm kindness keeps the paperwork cooperative. Enchanted forms respond better when they are not rushed. Some of them will rewrite themselves if they feel ignored. Others become stubborn and smudge their own ink. I have learned to speak to them softly, the same way one might soothe a nervous animal. You do not need to worry about that part, though. I will handle the forms. While you are here, you may notice the gentle glow along the walls. Those are containment sigils, refreshed every morning before the guild opens. They keep stray enchantments from drifting into the waiting area. Sometimes spells like to wander, especially unfinished ones. If you feel a brief warmth or coolness in the air, that is just the wards adjusting. You are not in danger. The Enchanters Guild has existed longer than most cities around it. Over time, we have learned that magic thrives best when it is documented with care. A well-kept record can prevent accidents, misunderstandings, and unnecessary fear. My desk holds ledgers that are older than I am, bound in leather that has been reinforced with patience spells. When I open them, I do so slowly, out of respect. If you are submitting an enchantment today, it will be reviewed in stages. First, the intent is examined, then the materials, then the long-term effects. None of this needs to concern you in detail right now. matters is that the process exists to protect both the creator and the world around them. Magic is powerful, but it is also sensitive. It responds to emotional tone, which is why this space is kept quiet and steady. Sometimes, visitors ask if the guild ever rejects enchantments outright. The answer is yes, but gently. A rejection here is more like a pause. We believe most magic can find a safe form with guidance. My job is often to write letters that encourage reflection rather than disappointment. I take care with those words because they matter. You may hear other clerks moving through the halls, delivering notices or returning approved items to their vaults. Everyone here has their own rhythm. We rarely speak loudly because the building itself listens. Stone that has absorbed centuries of spell work becomes attentive. It remembers tones. That is another reason we keep things calm. If you need to wait while I review something, that is perfectly fine. Waiting here is not empty time. The benches are enchanted for comfort, and the air carries a mild focus charm. Many visitors find their thoughts settling without effort. Some even nap. That is allowed as long as no snoring spells are involved. The guild also keeps a quiet promise to the public. We promise that no enchantment leaves these halls without consideration. That promise is upheld by small acts like this desk, this lamp, and this conversation. I take pride in that, even on days when the ledgers feel heavy. Responsibility can be grounding if you let it be. Occasionally, an enchantment arrives that hums with urgency. Those are handled by the review council, but they pass through my hands first. I note their arrival, their tone, and their initial response to the wards. It is subtle work, and I enjoy it. Listening closely has always been easier for me than speaking loudly. If you are feeling curious about the guild itself, I can tell you that most of our work is invisible. The dramatic moments are rare. Most days are filled with careful reading, gentle stamping, and quiet conversations like this one. That steadiness is what keeps the larger world balanced. Chaos tends to arrive when no one is paying attention. You do not need to understand enchantments to be welcome here. Curiosity is enough. respect is enough. Sitting quietly and letting the space breathe around you is enough. The guild was built to hold many kinds of people, not just those who cast spells. If you would like to return another day, you are welcome to do so. The front desk is always staffed during open hours, and the atmosphere remains consistent. Predictability is a comfort, especially in a world shaped by magic. I will likely be here organizing forms and listening to the walls. For now, take another slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. There is nothing pressing you in this moment. The enchantment